みてえにマジイチでもよ。
Hirokazu and Himeno remain stuck on the 8th floor whenever they attempt to ascend another floor using the stairs. They become aware that they are stuck in a cycle that keeps them confined to the 8th floor. After concluding it must be the devil doing, Aki starts looking into one of the hotel rooms. He discovers that the only windows that open are those that face other hotel rooms. The group comes together to evaluate the scenario and all the information they have. They are aware that the elevator is broken, in addition to the windows in the staircase, and that any escape attempts will just bring them back to the 8th floor. Denji questions whether the current situation is the result of a curse from the head and foot devil that Power destroyed earlier, but Aki replies that devils lose their abilities when they pass away. Himeno inquires as to whether the portion of gun devil flesh they possess has responded in any way, but it has remained still, leading her to suspect that this may be a sophisticated plot by another devil. Some of the other devil hunters start to feel fear, especially Kobeni, who is only performing this job because her parents forced her. Himeno tries to comfort her, but Power finds immense satisfaction in her weeping. Kobeni's sobbing is simply giving the devils what they want as they gain power from human fear. When Aki noticed that the clocks in every room were set to 8:18, he questioned whether the time had been stopped on this floor. Not even backup should be given to them if such is the case. Denji is unexpectedly upbeat about their prospects, and even decides that now would be the ideal time to get some more sleep. To everyone's amazement, he nods off right away, and is only roused by Himeno's reports. Although the power and electricity appear to be functioning, the devil who is in charge has not yet been found. Even though everyone appears to be worn out, Aki continues his hunt. Currently, Kobeni is unconscious, and Hirokazu is experiencing a panic attack. The only other person who appears to be coping somewhat well is Power, who is amazed and excited. They then decide to alternately watch Kobeni and Hirokazu. Denji observes Himeno smoking the same brand of cigarettes as Aki outside their room. She claims it because she introduced him to smoking. Then, Aki barges into the space and reveals that he has bad news. The devil Power killed before has transformed into a huge, horrifying monster that is currently in the corridor. When they run out, the devil makes them an offer. He will let the others go if they feed him Denji, even Denji's body. Then Kobeni appears with a knife and commands Denji to submit to the devil before attempting to stab him. Before she has a chance to make contact, Aki knocks it out of her hand and tries to summon his fox devil to save them, but it does not appear. Himeno's ghost devil is able to inflict some damage, but the devil admits that no matter what they try, they will never be able to locate his heart because they are now trapped inside his stomach. The option of sacrificing Denji is discussed by the group. The devil will be obligated to fulfill his offer if they accept his offer, or else he will perish. Hirokazu warns that they would starve to death here if they didn't sacrifice Denji, but Aki refuses. They can't have that if the devil desires Denji because he will probably gain something from his death. Aki tells Himeno that he'll use the sword if necessary because he's still unsure of how to get away. She answers no, saying that Denji will have to perish if it comes to using the sword or killing him. Kobeni concludes that Power must be to blame for this as she is a demon after learning that Power consumed the little food they had left. When Kobeni stands up for her, Hirokazu is accused of being a spy by her. As she charges toward Hirokazu while shouting, the devil in the corridor turns to look at her. The devil suddenly begins to grow in size, and Himeno, Aki, and Denji are forced to run. The devil then introduces himself as the Eternity Devil. The devil claims the moment they intend to leave the hotel room, they risk slipping into the Eternity Devil's mouth as the entire floor starts to tilt. Aki decides to wield the sword because everyone is urging him to kill Denji, but Himeno uses her spirit devil to stop him. She won't let him make that sacrifice since using the sword needs Aki to strike a deal with the devil that involves giving up many years of his life. Himeno apologizes while Hirokazu restrains Denji. Kobeni rushes to kill him, but as he barely gets in front of Denji, he instead stabs Aki. Given that he is unable to defeat the Gun Devil alone, Aki must enlist the aid of individuals like Denji, who are insane enough to engage in combat. He won't allow Denji to perish for that reason alone. Power tries to use her talents as the Blood Devil to aid Aki, while Himeno looks on in shock. Denji makes the decision to give his life since he finds it offensive to have to own anything for Aki. He doesn't intend to make it simple though. He intends to use his chainsaw abilities as he leaps directly into the Eternity Devil's mouth. Before a chainsaw bursts through the devil's fangs, the group turns its head to the ground, wondering if Denji is dead. But, to their surprise, Denji survives in the devil's mouth and attacks the Eternity Devil in full Chainsaw Man mode. As Denji tears piles of flesh into the bloodstream, despite doing noticeable damage, the Eternity Devil adds that this struggle is meaningless because his heart is not on the hotel's 8th floor. Himeno, Kobeni, and Hirokazu watch Denji battle with a mixture of admiration and fear as they learn for the first time that Denji is a hybrid of human and evil. Power and Aki are concerned that Denji is losing too much blood despite holding his own and making no genuine progress. His chainsaw appendages will retract if he loses too much blood, rendering him helpless. Denji is caught off guard at the same time and suffers a serious hit to his shoulder. The Eternity Devil starts attacking Denji back to back, enjoying how much weaker he seems to get with time. When Denji notices that his chainsaw arms have drawn back, he yells in agony, letting everyone know that he is in need of blood. He bites off and eats a sizable portion of Eternity Devil's flesh since he needs to recover. He is able to proceed very immediately and drive his chainsaws back into the Devil's body. Finally, after engaging in relentless combat with the Devil alone for 3 days in a row, the Eternity Devil offers Denji its heart and begs to be murdered since it can no longer endure the pain. Denji kills Devil by slicing in half the heart, allowing everyone to be rescued from the hotel alive. Denji remarks about how good he is feeling outside, especially now that they have obtained a bit of the Gun Devil, but moments later, he promptly faints from blood loss. Later, the Devil Hunters host a banquet to welcome newcomers. While browsing the menu at the party, Denji reminds the kiss Himeno promised to give him in exchange for helping defeat the devil. She promises to fulfill this promise when she has consumed a little more drink. Denji excitedly and patiently waits for Himeno to give him his first kiss. A few moments later, Makima attends the party as a guest as well. Himeno suddenly bends forward, bringing Denji close, and starts kissing him. As promised, she even includes tongue, but Denji can't help but look Makima in the eyes as it happens, at least until he notices that Himeno is puking in his mouth. He is able to continue to enjoy the kiss. The others, especially Power, make fun of his misfortune. Hirokazu tries to help Denji vomit in the restroom. He is jealous of his skills, so he is grateful that he can do this much for Denji. Hirokazu's first kiss resulted in her vomit in his mouth. Thus, Denji finds it ironic that he feels that way. This just highlights how inexperienced and young Denji is compared to the others. When everyone is leaving the party, Makima inquires about Denji, and one of the others responds that Himeno carried him away on her back. Denji eventually wakes up bewildered and thirsty. He remains confused as Himeno enters the room, passing the wine from her mouth into his. She and him are equally as perplexed by his presence in her home, while both are still drunk. She admits to Denji that she is aware of his affection for Makima and that Aki feels the same way. She then seduces Denji by asking whether he wants to do something with her. However, Denji remains there in confusion. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos. See you in the next one.